Social control theory, a concept used in sociology for almost a century, explores how social organizations achieve regularity in social relations. Over time, it has evolved from a broad concern with maintaining social order to a more focused examination of how individuals become socialized into the structure of society. Initially, the concept of social control referred to socialization within primary groups and the role of larger institutions in maintaining order. Early research efforts primarily cataloged the mechanisms societies use to enforce social control, but as scientific standards shifted, so did the focus, moving towards the socialization process itself. More recently, studies have concentrated on how primary group socialization affects delinquency, with less emphasis placed on larger institutions. Travis Hershey's social control theory suggests that youths develop a bond to society during early childhood, which serves as a deterrent against delinquency. According to Hershey, the strength of an individual's relationship to society is inversely related to delinquent behavior. He identified four elements of the social bond: attachment, commitment, involvement, and belief. Attachment to others is the essence of internalizing societal norms, while commitment reflects investment in conventional activities and the pursuit of socially approved goals. Involvement pertains to active engagement in pro-social behaviors, and belief assumes a shared value system within society. Critics of Hershey's theory argue that factors such as institutional experiences, educational policies, and social class backgrounds can influence an individual's ability to pursue legitimate careers, challenging the rigidity of his model. Building upon Hershey's framework, further research has explored how socialization levels are influenced by later experiences, particularly school experiences and social class backgrounds. These subsequent changes can either increase or decrease the likelihood of delinquent behavior. The Marion County Youth Study, which surveyed male high school juniors in 1964 and a follow-up sample in 1967, provided empirical data supporting this argument. Early sociological perspectives on social control laid the foundation for later theories. George Vincent described social control as the combined effort of social forces guiding society toward an ideal. E. A. Ross examined how individuals are brought together and how their collective efforts contribute to social harmony. Initially emphasizing consensus and hierarchy, Ross later acknowledged the role of power and conflict in social control. Charles H. Cooley focused on the importance of socialization and primary group associations, while George Herbert Mead asserted that social control depends on individuals adopting the perspectives of others engaged in common endeavors. Robert Merton's anomie theory provided further insight into the pressures exerted by social structures that lead to deviant behavior. He introduced a typology of individual responses to social structure, including conformity, innovation, ritualism, retreatism, and rebellion. Labeling theory emerged as a reaction to Merton's and other functionalist theories, emphasizing the role of social reactions in shaping deviant identities. This theory differentiates between primary deviation, which does not result in symbolic recognition, and secondary deviation, where an individual adopts deviant behavior as an identity in response to societal reactions. However, labeling theory has been criticized for conceptual and methodological shortcomings, particularly its inability to conclusively demonstrate that labeling alters identity. Containment theory shifts the focus to personality and environmental factors that contribute to delinquency. Researchers such as Walter Reckless introduced the concept of self-concept as a variable that insulates individuals from engaging in delinquent behavior. However, containment theory has faced criticism due to methodological and theoretical limitations. Social class and educational success play a significant role in determining the initial strength of an individual's social bond. Economic opportunities are finite, and an individual's social class background and educational experiences often determine access to these roles. The non-primary group experiences of youth also influence their ability to compete for social roles, with high school experiences proving particularly significant in shaping their futures. Educational policies and social class background can either broaden or restrict an individual's opportunities, affecting their life trajectory. Critiques of social control theory argue that social psychological models often fail to adequately account for the impact of secondary group factors. Hershey's perspective on social order and role availability is seen as underdeveloped, as he does not account for coercive means of control or the possibility of an inadequate number of social roles to accommodate all individuals. Over time, research on social control has progressed from a broad inquiry into societal order to a focus on the social psychology of conformity, deviant behavior, and delinquency. Hershey's contributions have been instrumental in explaining the causes of delinquency, particularly by emphasizing primary group socialization as a preventative factor. However, the social bond is not static and can change over time in response to external influences. Extending Hershey's work, more recent studies have sought to incorporate non-primary group factors into the analysis of delinquent behavior. These studies examine the impact of educational grading policies and social class background, demonstrating that the level of social bonding fluctuates and affects delinquency rates. Factors such as school tracking and parental social class further contribute to these dynamics. This research presents a more dynamic model of social control theory, offering a nuanced understanding of how social bonds are formed and altered throughout an individual's life.